At NAB 2025 in Vegas, Tess stopped by the Nikon booth, and if you haven't checked in on Nikon lately, this is your sign. From RED collabs and 6K RAW, Nikon is making big moves in pro video without losing their legendary glass. Let's take a look.
Okay, so you're specifically with Nikon. Okay,
Yeah.
not the RED aspect.
Correct. I can talk a little bit about RED,
Okay.
but not necessarily like if you want the RED product experts, we have all of them over there. But I can talk about the integration, how we're working together.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Is that what people ask about a lot?
We get a lot of questions about that, yes. Yeah, but it's so it's a very exciting time right now. I think.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
In April 2024, Nikon purchased RED Digital Cinema. Yep, all of it. So Nikon now owns 100% of the company responsible for some of the most iconic cameras in all of Hollywood. So what does that mean? Well, what it means is that Nikon has now stepped into the pro video world in a massive way. And RED cameras now have access to all of Nikon's lenses and manufacturing.
Thank you. It's only been a year, and I think we're seeing things come out faster than anybody thought possible. For example, we started with the LUTs. So we had the RED team work with our team to come together on the color science on the Nikon sensors to bring those RED colors. And now if you use N-Log on our cameras, you can match a RED camera, on both the technical and creative LUTs. It's really great.
Nikon engineers created custom LUTs, think like Instagram filters, that allow Nikon cameras to have the same sort of colors as the RED cameras.
We've also seen, within a year, we've also seen the Komodo X and the Raptor X come out with the Nikon mount. And that's been great because what that's done is it's given them great autofocus, it's given them great control over the lens. It's really bringing that first-party integration together with the cameras. And given that, we also announced one of our first video lenses. This is the 28-135 PZ. Great lens, yeah. So what this is an f4 lens. This is your one lens solution for just about any kind of solo filmmaker. You're on location, it's going to be every focal length for you. What strikes you about this lens? You're going to have the fantastic lettering. You're going to have the big golden yellow mount. You're going to have the big teeth for follow focus. This is really the one lens solution that you can use on nearly any production.
And
also, it's power zoom.
This is new.
This is brand new, yes.
Okay.
Nikon just dropped their first power zoom lens. So what this means is that you no longer need to rotate the gear to zoom in and out. You now are able to do it electronically. And what this does is allow you to create very smooth zooms and transitions.
And this is on the Z6 right now, which is one of our newer cameras. The Nikon cameras have come so far in video. For example, we just put shutter angle on this thing the other day. This camera does 6K RAW internal. Okay, this is a powerhouse of video, but it's also probably one of the most powerful hybrids on the market, along with the Z8 and Z9. This is a 24 megapixel, does you up to 120 frames a second for photos with pre-release, so you really can't miss with it. But also you can do log footage with it, you can do ProRes RAW, ProRes HQ, and also the NRAW, and also H.265. So this really has you covered with all the formats, all the goodies. This camera is ready to go, production ready.
Okay, and then can you put in, basically, are there cropping, options inside of the camera, or is that?
So we have a couple cameras that do that. Okay. So for example, we have the Z8 and Z9 over here. Those are 45 megapixel sensors. On those you have, you crop out 8K60 and RAW, and you can crop it to different frames like UHD and DCI. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, but of course you can also do an APS-C crop on this, which is a 1.5 if you want to. Okay. But otherwise it is full frame.
How much does this run?
So this camera right here, so this camera itself runs about 21. This lens right here is $25.99, just came out with it. And of course we have some third-party accessories on here. We have the small rig cage, we have the Atomos Ninja. We also have the MC-N10, which are remote grip. So let's say you're working on a tripod or a gimbal, you can put this remote grip on, and this is fully customizable, and you can control every aspect of the camera with it, including even the power zoom. But that's the deal about Nikon, very customizable. You can flip the rotation of the rings, you can make them linear, you can make the buttons do anything you want.
And you can be a solo filmmaker, like
Absolutely.
a one-person crew for the whole thing.
Yes.
I'm kind of into it. What do you think? Yeah.
I would definitely go towards.
If you haven't checked out Nikon, now is a really good time to do it.
Well, I mean, while we're here, might as well. Thank you so much. Is there any other final thoughts that you want to say about Nikon, like what Nikon does best that sets them apart from anyone else?
Oh, you know what? There's so much to say. So first off, as far as RED is concerned, we're very excited to see what happens. You know, we've already done so much in so little time, and I think the future is looking great. But also, what really sets Nikon apart is the optics. First and foremost, we've always been a glass company. If you take these lenses, these camera bodies, and use our adapter, you have access to over 360 of our classic F-mount lenses. And these are the same lenses that have been used in Hollywood for generations because they have such a unique and distinct look and feel. But you also have all new Z lenses, and we have about 50 of those. We got 1.2s, we got 0.95s. We have some of the sharpest, but also some of the most innovative optics out there.
And here's the real kicker, the lenses. Nikon has been creating professional lenses for years with a signature look that's been used from everything from photojournalism to our classic Hollywood. The F-mount lenses, and there are over 360 of them, still work seamlessly with an adapter, and their new Z-series lenses are some of the sharpest and fastest on the market. If you're obsessed with image quality, Nikon glass is both their legacy and their future.
So if you're into lenses and glass, check out Nikon.
Nikon's proving that they're not just for stills anymore. With RED-compatible mounts, hybrid cams like the Z6 III, and glass that bridges old and new, they're building real tools for real filmmakers. Follow us, we talk about movies.